It was real bad.
The day Hurricane Ian arrived
It was times that where, like, I was praying.
Is the day 40-year-old Tamara Cersei understood the definition of trauma.
And I had to push the dresser, like, behind the window. I'm like, Lord, please don't let the window break. God, please don't let it break.
Her North Fort Myers community flooded, almost unrecognizable after the Category 4 hurricane left its imprint.
Big old oak trees getting broken down that fell over.
Ian flipped this community upside down, leaving its residents in the dark and without water.
I think they just now getting the water back on, but they saying that we have to boil it, but we have no electricity to boil it.
There's a lot of need in these parts.
This is really the heart of the impact zone. There's a lot of folks here who have really high needs. It's a vulnerable population in a lot of areas.
And that need is being met by Good Samaritans.
Amen. We respond to earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, you name it.
The Cajun Navy runs this relief hub, helping hundreds. Since its founding in 2016, the organization has grown, using social media to further its cause. Its volunteers and donations provide those hit with natural disasters with resources necessary for survival.
It's going to take so much help from not just the Fort Myers community, but the surrounding, state, honestly, even the country.
Survivors can get food, water, and other supplies right here. Cajun Navy social media coordinator Mary Diacetis says support and care are vital during this trying time.
People just need love right now.
People like Tamara Cersei.
But to see somebody still care and somebody still love you, that means a lot, and it's not going unnoticed.
Who are taking it day by day with the help of the Cajun Navy.
I don't even know yet about even the place or what to do. So I'm just, I guess, playing everything by ear, waiting until the resources come.
To start building her life back.
We're gonna make it. We're survivors.
Piece by piece. In Fort Myers, Emily Palazzotto, WUFT News. The saying, "It's great to be a Florida Gator," holds true today as UF ranks 5 among public universities nationally.
Right behind me is one of the new buildings for veteran care. Construction is well underway for primary care and mental health clinics.
State officials are stressing if you live near the coast, know your evacuation zone and listen for any orders. And no matter where you live, know your home and whether it could handle hurricane force winds or if you'll need to seek shelter.
Breast cancer is the second most common cancer found in American women. Statistically, 1 in every 8 women will develop the disease. Melissa Rosen was diagnosed with lymphoma. It was the treatment for this cancer that led to the diagnosis of her breast cancer. A baseline MRI revealed the disease just months after receiving a clean mammogram.
I knew I was at higher risk. Of course, you never think it's going to happen to you. While I wasn't shocked, I was a little overwhelmed and wondered why I had to do this again.
Regular screenings are the most reliable way for early detection. Mammograms are the most common way to screen. The National Cancer Institute reports U.S. breast cancer screening numbers have declined significantly since COVID-19 began.
I think that it's very common for women to put their own needs and their own health to the bottom of their to-do list, but it's really critical to not do that, to prioritize our health as we would prioritize the health of any loved one.
Rosen urges people to remember that you could receive a breast cancer diagnosis year-round, not just in October.
1 week from today, the funeral for Queen Elizabeth II will take place at Westminster Abbey. Today, the procession of the Queen's flag-draped coffin made it to a cathedral in Edinburgh, Scotland. The coffin will stay at St. Giles overnight to give members of the public a chance to pay their respects. When the procession started today, the Queen's 4 children, King Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward, followed the hearse on foot. And I'm Emily Palazzotto. To get the latest look at where Ian is heading, we turn to UF forecaster Mariana Larson.
All of the items that you see around me have been donated by community members. The Friends of the Library's wish is that the tradition is continued by community members donating items for the next sale.
Today, Senator Ben Sasse made his case to Gators in several panels. Some are reluctant to let him into the swamp, Others are ready to embrace him. Russian President Vladimir Putin has granted Russian citizenship to former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. This according to an official decree published by the Russian government. The decision comes just days after Russia started staging votes to annex occupied parts of Ukraine. Snowden was accused of espionage in 2013 for leaking information on American intelligence to the media. He faces a prison sentence in the U.S., but has been living in exile in Moscow. Today is Indigenous Peoples Day, a day to appreciate the diversity and history of Indigenous communities. This weekend marks 50 years since the beginning of women's athletics at the University of Florida. I'm Emily Palazzotto. Let us show you how the Lady Gators have risen from underdogs to equals. The chant, "It's great to be a Florida Gator," holds true with the athletes. Some argue it became even better during the 1972-73 school year, when women were granted the right to chomp.
Oh, we were very much the underdogs. The Athletic Association was very reticent about including women. They really did not want to. We definitely were fighting an uphill battle.
The approval of women's intercollegiate athletics came shortly after a proposal was drafted in March 1972. The University of Florida was the only school in the Southeastern Conference to fund a women's program at the time. It started with 5 sports programs and grew over the years to 10.
I'm so proud of where the program has gone and all the women that have made it that way. It wasn't us. We built a foundation. We didn't make it great. It's the women who have succeeded us that have made it great.
Since the birth of women's sports at UF, women's athletic programs have given athletes like Thayer many reasons to be proud. The Gators have 23 SEC women's all-sports trophies, a league high, 6 SEC overall female athletes of the year, and 94 Olympians, all Gator women. Throughout the season, each women's and men's team will honor the 50th anniversary. All Gators will wear a shirt paying tribute to the Lady Gators achieving the right to chomp just a short half a century ago. The season-long celebration begins this weekend. 3 members of first-time Florida teams will stand in as honorary Miss Two Bits at Saturday's game. Emily Palazzotto, WUFT News.